Let's go live to him now.
Today, well, this election is a choice about who can better manage our economy, and of course, the question that Australians need to ask is, are you better off today, is our country better off today than 3 years ago? Generations of Australians have built their lives and our country on the belief that if you work hard, you can get ahead and build a better future for your children. However, right now, Australia is going backwards. The Prime Minister spent the first half of this term of Parliament obsessed with the voice, and it meant that he didn't have a plan to deal with the scourge of inflation. Because of Labor's bad decisions, Australians are doing it tough and they need help. Worse still, for many, they're losing hope for their future. 29,000 small businesses have gone broke over the course of the Albanese government's first term. I don't believe that we can simply afford to continue down the current path, and that means that we can't afford 3 more years of Labor. Labor's economic policies and wasteful spending have increased the cost of living for everyday Australians. Australians are now paying, on average, 18% more for rent, 30% more for groceries, and over 30% more for power and gas. Under Labor, Australia's had the biggest fall in living standards in the developed world, and Australia has just recorded the highest annual number of small business bankruptcies, as I say, on record. Too many young Australians feel that the dream of home ownership is completely beyond them. And what sort of Prime Minister, in the middle of a cost of living crisis, promises a 70-cent a day tax cut starting in 15 months' time? Australian families need relief now, and we must do better, and there is a better way, and the Coalition has an achievable plan to get our country back on track. That's why a Coalition government will cut fuel excise by 25 cents a litre, so that every time you fill up your car or your ute at the Bowser, it's about $14 cheaper. Our plan will help get our country back on track. A government I lead will build a strong economy with low inflation. And we will deliver this by reining in the wasteful spending that fuels inflation. We will reduce tax, red tape, and we will take control again of building sites and take them away from the CFMEU and the organised crime groups. We want to make sure that we can make building sites safe again, that we can make construction affordable again in our country. We'll deliver cheaper energy to families and small businesses. I think this is a really important point, and one of the big points of difference between what Labor will offer at this election and what the Coalition will offer to the Australian people. This includes, as you know, by immediately delivering more Australian gas for Australians. It will lower energy costs and it will prepare us for the future, as we need cheaper energy, we need reliable energy, and we need cleaner energy. We will make housing more affordable by reducing Labor's record migration intake, by funding critical infrastructure, assisting first home buyers, and restricting foreign investors. By making housing more affordable, we'll restore the hope of home ownership for young Australians. We'll take the necessary decisions and show the necessary resolve to keep Australians safe. We're going to boost spending for the Australian Defence Force because we live in a very uncertain time. We're going to make our suburbs and our towns safer, and we're going to make sure that we have a focus on border security once again. And we'll improve healthcare, reversing Labor's decline in bulk billing and, importantly, reversing their cuts to mental health services. I bring experience and a track record to this job. I have a track record as a police officer, as a small business owner, and as a minister across a number of portfolios. Importantly, I have a very experienced team, and with people from diverse backgrounds who have experience running small businesses, creating jobs and delivering healthcare, serving our country and their communities. Our team is united, experienced, and ready for the responsibility of governing Australia. Our plan will deliver a stronger economy with low inflation and affordable homes in safer communities. A stronger, safer, better Australia. When it comes to the economy, inflation, energy, housing and security, Labor has simply failed to deliver. And unfortunately, Mr Albanese is too weak and Labor is too incompetent to fix the problems that they've created and that are facing our country today. We can't afford 3 more years like the last 3. There is a better way for our country, and my team and I have a practical plan which will deliver cost of living relief and lower power prices into the future. I ask Australians for your vote for your Liberal and National candidates at the next election so that we can get our country back on track and to make sure that we can deal with our times, which are very uncertain.